Good day to you and welcome to Meenakshi Tarot. This is a reading for Leo for the week of the 3rd of October. So welcome to Meenakshi. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate that, and thank you to those of you that have subscribed to my channel. I do appreciate that as well. So as per normal, Leo, please note that this is a general reading, so take what resonates with you and leave what does not resonate with you. And if any part of this reading is not resonating, then maybe this reading is not meant for you. So please then look at your moon, your Venus, and your rising signs. Okay, Leo, let's see what's going on here for you. What is going on here for Leo? This is quite interesting, Leo. Sort of this in focus for you. Yep. Okay, just move this around a bit. Okay, can you see all of that? Okay. Okay, here we go. Interesting cards, Leo. What are we seeing here? We see that something that had started off, you've had a situation which was very promising, which was very prosperous, and it seems as though many of you may have been feeling as though everybody was cheering you on. You were on the right path, you were having these major achievements, you were moving forward in your situation, you were seeing this financial change, maybe a new position, a new job situation, even a new love situation. There was a lot of prosperity in your life, and this is a lot of acknowledgement and accolade, that was coming towards you. We see that you could very well have a Cancer person in your space, but we see that there is this desire for you to move forward. And some of you could have been moving very, very fast, especially when it comes to your financial situations, wanting to see this improvement and change in your life. However, we see that you have the situation of conflict. Definitely some kind of a love situation that has really had you torn up and has totally shattered some of you in certain situations. Could very well be a situation where you've learned a lot about yourself, where you've caused yourself a lot of hurt and a lot of pain. We see some of you could have been very confused and very blind about your choices that you had to make, maybe making decisions out of fear and hoping that it was the right decision that you made, not sure which way to go. But also that some of you have been thinking that these choices that you've made from this heartbreak situation was about moving forward. However, what we are seeing here is that there's a lot of confusion, there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of stress, a lot of you just caught up in your head, doubting yourself, undermining yourself, feeling very confused, feeling very scared, feeling very overwhelmed, and needing to rethink your situation, rethink your strategy, rethink about how is it that you're going to move forward and doing things in a step-by-step way, analyzing the situation, analyzing the truth of the situation. So we see this coming through in this reading that, there has been this financial growth for some of you, but it has been a bit confusing because you have to be making decisions, and it could be a new career that some of you have started in, and it could have been a very prosperous and wonderful opportunity, but it's got you really, very confused and very stressed out about it because you're not quite sure about the choices that you need to make. We see that as you are moving towards this acknowledgement and wanting to see what it is that you want out of your situations, you are still making decisions on instinct and not on the facts. So you're needing to think very clearly about your next step as you want to move forward to something new. In terms of love, some of you are wanting to escape a heartbreak, but you are making decisions out of blind faith, and you have to be so mindful that you are making the right decisions, the right choices, and you're not allowing your mind to get confused by unnecessary noise from other people. So clarity of thought is important here for you, Leo. It's very, very important. So shuffling some more cards here to see what more does Tarot have to say for you, Leo, in your situation. Okay. And what had jumped up here? There's Three of Swords again. Definitely it's like, okay, what flipped out? Let's see here. What are we getting? What are the messages we're getting here? The Hanged Man, Temperance, Balance, Death card. So Scorpio energy as well here coming through. Sagittarius energy coming through. Some of you could have had a very disappointing situation with a Sagittarius person, a betrayal of some kind, which is causing you to have to change the way you're viewing things, your perspective of things. And you know, you need to also understand something about yourself, Leo. You know, sometimes in your kindness, you can sometimes overlook the truth of a situation. You've got the Six of Wands twice. Definitely some of you are desiring very much to be part of a relationship or in a relationship. So there is this desire for stability and growth within a relationship situation. We see this coming through. We see this desire for commitment. In order for that to happen, there has to be this balance in your situations. There's been a lot of betrayals for some of you, but it's also what I feel very much. It's not just about betrayals with other persons involved. Some of you could have been involved in a love triangle, but it's about you learning about yourself. This is important that you realize there are things that you need to learn about yourself in your situations, and not as much about the other person, you know. So you need to be very mindful of the things that you need to learn and what is it that you are bringing to the table. You need to also be very mindful of change. Now there's change that is required of you, and it's literally you having to get rid of all the outside external attitudes that you have, and really going down to your core values, to what is really important, to what makes you who you are, and what you know, what causes you to make the decisions that you make, you know. So you need to move towards this transformation. And also some of you may be also needing to reevaluate your spiritual processes in life. What is it that is important to you? How is it that you need to navigate towards this new beginning for yourself? We see that some of you are constantly expecting this adulation from others, needing this, but that adulation in itself could be burdening you. So you need to really re-look at how you are looking at situations and what is your expectations of this. There could be extensions to the family, new developments in certain families where certain Leo people, it could be yourself or somebody within your family situation where there is a new beginning. It could be also an addition to the family. Could also be in some of you could be thinking about reconnecting with somebody from the past. Could be a past love situation where some of you are thinking about it, but it's also about you wanting to be in a place of having roots and being balanced and knowing what is it that your future holds for you. We see that some of you could have started with these new ideas and these new opportunities, and it's brought you a lot of success, but it's also causing you to have to change the way you view things. And we see that some of you have had even this love situation from the past that is coming up again, and it's some kind of like a third-party involvement here. A third-party involvement where you're seeing a third-party involvement and you're wanting to reconnect with somebody from the past. So let's see. Let's draw some more cards here to see. Oopsie, what fell out here? Okay, we have the Magician. That's all about you realizing that you are able to co-create, you know, for your best self, okay? 9 of Wands here. Okay, let's see here. 9 of Wands. What's going on here for you, Leo? So really having gone through, you know, you needing to change your perspective, because it's as though you are making a rod for your own back. Oh, and me just saying that, and look at what fell out here. 10 of Wands. I just said that you're making a rod for your own back. All these cards are just sort of like just falling out here. So got Aries energy here. You've got the Queen of Pentacles, which is Earth energy. So I must apologize. We had a momentary lapse in our electrical situation here and cut me off here with my reading. Okay, where was I? Okay, we had the Queen of Pentacles, which I said was Earth energy, and you've got the Six of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Eight of Swords. So what we are seeing here is that some of you Leos could be having various situations that seem to be unfolding. Some of you are thinking about reconnecting with somebody from the past, somebody who you could deem as a very strong person, somebody who's very spiritually connected and was very spiritually aligned. Some of you could also be looking at reconnecting with somebody who's a Taurus person. Some of you could very well be looking to move forward towards a Scorpio person, or some of you could also be needing to think quite carefully, transforming your situation with an Aries person. Some of you could also be needing to change the way you are looking at your relationship with this Cancer person and creating something new from your situation. Some of you could be very broken up with regards to a situation with a Sagittarius person, and you could be feeling very burdened because of the situation and because of what the situation brings to you. So there is all these different dynamics. You've got a situation where you've had this Ten of Wands that had fallen out, which says to me very much that you are creating a rod for your own back with a lot of the things that you are going through. Even though you have been going through some very difficult situations, you're finding yourself back in the situation where you are dealing with a lot of trauma, you are dealing with a lot of difficulties, but there is a lot of joy in your situations. There's a lot of acknowledgement, there's a lot of happy flow, there's a lot of socializing that is happening for some of you, there's a lot of get-togethers, but there's also it's almost as though one wonders if you are creating a false sense of who you are right now, Leo, because you are constantly having this internal turmoil. There's this conflict within yourself with regards to what is going on. You're needing to be very strong, very focused about your future. You're needing to understand where are you right now and where is it that you want to be in the future. And having this wisdom to move on, realizing that the past was experiences that you needed to learn from. Like I said, I'm not sure if this was caught in the recording. You could very well have a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn person around. You could be also part of your chart. So you could also be dealing with these situations. And you need to be very careful and very mindful that you are not, like I said, you've got the Ten of Wands twice in this reading. You've got the Six of Wands as well. That's come up in this reading. Twice it's come up as well. So you need to be so careful of not getting caught up in situations that, the ego can be our worst enemy, because it gets so caught up with the public acknowledgement and other people, praising us and we tend to get so carried away in our ego about these things. And we realize that we create a lot of our own problems. Some of you could have created a lot of drama, feeling very stuck and very trapped in your situations, and you were most probably feeling as though, or hoping to move towards a more stable situation, but you've seen yourself being trapped in situations that were not of your doing. Now, as I had continued, without realizing that the recording had stopped, and the cards that I had pulled out was Storm Warning, Temple Path, Community, Journey. So we see some of you could be having, you can see the situation that is unfolding, that there is some kind of a drama, that it could very well be avoided. It's not necessary that it's going to happen, Leo. It could very well be avoided, because you need to be very mindful of the fact that you do have this higher wisdom, that you are divinely guided, that you are divinely protected. You have your guardian angel with you, and it could be leading you very much to be more involved in community projects, to be involved with community, to be involved with other people, allowing you to be involved, allowing you to maybe expand your spiritual experiences and to be involved with others. We see some of you may be taking a journey, taking a trip someplace. Others might just be taking this metaphorical journey, from one place to another within yourself as you grow, as you transform, as you allow yourself to become so much more. But in order to do that, you need to have this appreciation and gratitude about where you are right now in your life, Leo, and not get caught up in things. You need to be very fair to yourself in that regard, and not allow yourself to be caught up in other people's issues and drama, but rather to allow yourself to think on a higher level, allow this intuitive wisdom to tap into yourself. Those of you that have your oracle cards, please draw a card every now and then. Those of you that have readings done, please go and get a reading done, just to give you this clarity and guidance that you need right now in your situations. Okay. You can also, cards were drawn out as well. You got miracles, staying focused and taking shelter. So you can expect to have this wondrous energy of change happening in your life. You can expect these beautiful miracles happening in your life as long as you stay focused and you hold the course, Leo. Because you need to realize that as you're moving forward, if you do need to take a pause from public eye, from your social life, from your situations, you need to take a moment to look within yourself, because you have the answers that you need, and the answers are within yourself. Not looking at your ego. Quiet down that ego mind of yours. We call that the monkey mind, the Maya mind. Allow that to quiet down, Leo, and focus on the truth within yourself, and you can see these miracles, and you can manifest these miracles, and you can stay focused on your path. It's important that you stay focused on where it is that you need to be, knowing that you do have the wisdom and the answers within yourself as you are moving forward. Card that we had drawn out was called Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. It's very important that this is one of those cards that it brings in an awareness that we need to shift in our consciousness. And it's the best way to fulfill personal and collective purposes, because we all want to know what's our purpose and how we need to serve our purpose. And people forget that we do have a collective purpose as people of this universe, of people of this earth. So you need to trust that your soul is calling you towards your purpose for what it was encoded for. And it's going to find the most direct way and the most direct path forward. We all need to realize that each of us has our own unique gifts, and this is what you've come here to earth for, to share those gifts. Sometimes, those personal gifts that you have, those talents that you have, might take you off the beaten track, might take you off what other people know, and you might feel afraid of it, but you've got to trust yourself. You've got to trust that wisdom within yourself, that you have these beautiful gifts that others may not be aware of, and that you are being called to uncover these gifts. You are being called to remember that your soul has an intelligence to carry out some really wonderful, perfect conditions, to share the message of who you are. So, allow that creative project that you've been working on, that adventure that you've been wanting to do, wanting to embark on. This is basically a card of saying it's confirmation for you to move on, to do away with the old MB and move on. And even if you think that you are not well prepared or you don't have enough information, you need to just step up and know that you are very, very prepared, and you can take the step and leap into what is meant for you. So, Leo, I hope you guys have enjoyed this reading, and I will see you again next week. And please remember to subscribe to my channel. So please take care and goodbye.